This year, 2 years after the pandemic, across India, preparations on in full swing. So the cities where this is really such a big festival, Mumbai and Hyderabad. Let's go across to you first. So it's, of course, officially celebrations begin from tomorrow, but so many people bringing the Ganesh idol home, and there's so much excitement in the air.
Absolutely, Sonia. In fact, this year, 2,284 Ganesh Pandals will be there in Mumbai itself. This is happening 2 years after the gap because we know there were several restrictions of COVID. In fact, I am near Ganesh Gali. This is known as Mumbai Raja, and as you could see, the decorations, the huge decorations. This year, Kashi Vishwanath temple is being decorated. The Ganesh Pandal is being decorated with Kashi Vishwanath temple's decoration. And if you see on the left-hand side, there are several decorations that have been made as well. We can see the Ganga Aarti that happens on the ghats of Kashi, that has also been painted over here. And as of now, the pandal is not open for the public. This will start from tomorrow, and even in tomorrow morning, what we can say is that people will be bringing the Ganesh idols to their households as well. Now, one needs to remember that for the last 2 years, there were a lot of restrictions. In fact, 1 year we saw that even the most famous Lal Bagh Raja they did not have the idol, and in fact, the people over there were doing blood donation just to ensure that they follow the rules and regulations. But 2 years later now, since there is no restriction and more than 2,000 pandals are there only in Mumbai with such huge decorations, from tomorrow what we can say is that a lot of people will be on the streets, and celebration of the biggest festival of the city as well as the state will begin in Maharashtra.
Right, so and of course Uma and Hyderabad as well, the markets are all packed. I mean, these are visuals that we haven't seen for 2 years. This year it seems people just want to look forward and forget all those stress, restrictions and various issues of the last 2 years.
Yes, indeed, Sonia. Over the next 10 days, starting tomorrow, everyone will be pandal hopping. Of course, the big ones, the Khairatabad Ganesh, the Bhaginagar Ganesh and the Balapur Ganesh, very famous. But everyone takes a Ganesha home, and you will go to each other's houses to see each other's Ganeshas as well. And today, of course, is the day for Ganesh shopping, when people will come out with their children as well, and the selections happen of what kind of a Ganesha we want to take home with us. So the POP Ganeshas also allowed in the pandals this time round. Of course, the police making big arrangements, not just because this is 2 years after the pandemic, but also because we are talking about a time when the atmosphere here was a little communally vitiated. The Ganeshas, of course, in big numbers from those people, and also, of course, the eco-friendly Ganeshas looking equally pretty this time round. They are also very dressed up. The government itself has distributed about 25 lakh of those eco-friendly Ganeshas. That one, of course, the one that we are seeing now, like the Lord Krishna, and there are very filmy Ganeshas as well that have been inspired by the RRR as well as the Pushpa films as well. This one, if you see, these ones are actually ready to carry with eco-friendly bags as well. They are very decked up, even though they are eco-friendly, and ready to take home. And something like this Ganesha, who is so well dressed up and in clay model, but costing about 3,500. So this is post the pandemic, but people are looking forward to times when they can actually celebrate without fear of the pandemic, and that's why they're coming up in big numbers and looking forward to the next few days when they can in fact go from pandal to pandal. Every street literally will have a pandal complex that's erected, and every complex will have its own Ganesha as well, other than every house, of course, having its own Ganesha. So looking forward to those festivities without any of those restrictions this time around, and the security forces certainly hoping that this will be, in a sense, incident-free, at least not any of those fears that we had in the past.
Right, Uma, Sohit, thanks so much for joining us.